Hello to my Cancer and Cancer Rising friends. This is your January of 2025 reading. Welcome to January. Happy New Year to you. If you haven't checked out my predictions for Cancers and Cancer Risings for 2025, do check it out. The link is below. It's the same link as the extended reading. It's on Patreon. However, you can just buy the video if you'd like. You don't have to subscribe or be a member or anything. Although Tier 2 will get you all the extendeds and all 12 zodiac predictions for 2025. Career, money, and love. Okay, first things first here in this reading, you pulled 4 chakra cards out of 7 in this deck. It's unusual. One time I pulled 5 chakra cards out of 7 when I was reading at a party, and I looked at the gal and I said, "Are you having any physical symptoms?" She said no, and I said, "Well, let me just say this. If you do have any physical symptoms, get to a doctor immediately." Later that night, she was rushed to emergency with an emergency appendectomy, and she came out of anesthesia and she told her husband, "Sondra said go to the doctor." I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you. What I'm saying is watch your body. But more importantly, this could pinpoint that you have a chakra imbalance or some other kind of energetic imbalance. Clear them out. And you're like, "Sondra, how do I do that?" Well, the best way to do that is yoga, if you can. The second best way is a sea salt bath. Put the whole container of non-iodized sea salt, if it's one of those, 1 16-ounce containers, into the bathtub, if you can, if you're able to do that. Some people can't because of health reasons. You know who you are. You know what I mean. Some people I've heard, I don't really do this, but, I know some psychics and extra sensitive people, they do the sea salt thing, like I just said, the whole container in the bath, and then they put a whole bunch of baking soda in with that, and I don't know exactly what that does, but they say it helps them even further. So and you may know other ways. You may have a chakra clearing meditation that you like. If that's the case, I would do it. The other thing that came up in this reading is you have 3 archangel cards in this deck, which tells me you need to call on the archangels for help this month, specifically Archangel Michael, God's right-hand angel. Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Raphael shows up in the extended reading. This is very important to do this month. I'm not sure why, but it's one of those things where something shows up in a reading and then 30 days go by, you watch this reading again, and hindsight is 2020, you know exactly why you're calling on archangels, right? Your first house, the first 72 hours of January, you have business-related ideas, or you are working on a home-based business or a side gig, something like this. This could be your own business or your own business idea. They want to let you know that Archangel Michael is here for you, protecting you through these changes. And this card actually talks about your divine life purpose. So both of these are talking about your divine life purpose for the future, but more specifically, those purposes that relate to doing something that makes money, that helps people or serves some sort of purpose for the greater good at the same time. All right, so I'm encouraging you to keep that up because that's what you're supposed to do. Speaking of learning things, now, you pulled the teacher in the house of money and your stuff. You also pulled, which means you're learning, the universe or a mentor or a supervisor or a teacher is here to teach you new ways of making money or new ways of investing money or a new way to make some sort of purchase or transactions. This information is very important and it's vital. Make sure you take time to learn and understand what the lessons are being taught to you exactly, because you're going to put this information to good use in the future. And you pulled another Archangel Michael card, Archangel Gabriel, which is here to talk about communication in the arts. Archangel Gabriel came up in other readings too, and this relates to writers, digital creators, like if you're a YouTube person, getting your message out there, but it also relates to artwork. If you're some sort of artist or musician, or you do something else creative that can make money. Archangel Gabriel is also here to encourage these things for you to work on them and to learn the trades, the ropes of things right now. Amazing. Your third house, your brother or sister, they want someone here. There's also someone on the other side that is trying to communicate with them. This could be the loss of a loved one that they have, like it just happened recently, and I'm getting that the loss is making them lost. Like they are lost without this person. I hope that's not the case. However, they may need to go to some sort of grief therapist, grief group counseling. They need help for themselves if that's the case. For others of them, they may be going through some sort of other hard time, money-wise or something like that, and they receive a message from the other side, communication from a grandmother or something like this, or a spouse that helps them. You may get a phone call saying they've had a dream about someone in the family, and this is what happened. Pay close attention to that, and let them know that is not a dream, but rather a visitation, a message. Here we go with another chakra card, the throat chakra in the house of home where you live. You must speak your mind with regard to where you live or actually in your home. If this is not talking about in your home or where you live, this could be talking about your father or father figure, and that he may need to speak his mind. He may be biting his tongue, or he may have a throat problem, thyroid, voice box. I'm seeing a trachea, like, one of those mechanical voices when they speak funny. He may be a smoker, something like this. There could be an esophagus problem. If you can clear out his throat chakra with meditation, I would do that. I would encourage him to speak his mind, but I would also be speaking my mind in the home space. Adriana is here to further assist you in telling you, you must do what you are being guided to do at this time in your home, with your home, or with a certain person whom you live with. There are several steps that you need to take to get your house in order. It is out of order or out of balance in some way. You must fix it by listening to this intuition that your guardian angel is giving you at this time. This is the most profound reading that I've done in January. I don't know what it is about the Cancer reading, but you all need to hear some very specific information. And here we go with another chakra card. I would do a chakra clearing every single day if you can do that meditation. Pick one that you'd like. Don't pick one that's slightly creepy. It can't be creepy. And you know what I mean by that. If it doesn't feel good, shut it off, do another one. Okay? Your fifth house, your social life, your social, your circle, your friends, your fun. However, sometimes children will show up in the fifth house. I feel like for the majority of you, if you have a child or someone that you consider a child, this points to the younger one, or it could be a middle child. The third eye chakra says that this child has this energy center activated. They could be seeing dead people. This is like what I call the card of the sixth sense kid, the kid that sees dead people. And you actually pulled a child card here saying that the children, your children, or your children's children, if that's the case, if this is a grandchild, are protected. because sometimes the things that these kids can see can be creepy, okay? There may need to be an intervention at some point, but there's a reason they are being shown these things right now. This could be a gift that's opening up in the future, or this could be like what they call a transient thing that comes and goes because the higher power is trying to deliver their messages through that modality. Okay? I get it. I was the kid that saw things too in the middle of the night, and I was the only child that my mother will tell you creeped her out because she knew I wasn't the imagination kind of kid. She knew I was telling the truth about the things that I saw. I just didn't understand them at the time. Not that they were particularly creepy, but, you know, when nobody has answers for you when you're a kid, what are you supposed to think? You know what I mean? The kid's not crazy. The kid is really seeing those things. Those things may have to be dealt with, or it may just be a message. That's all. Your sixth house, your work and your health. You need to take swift action here, and look at this. If it's not work related, it is body related. We already had the conversation about clearing your chakras and going to the doctor or getting urgent health care if you start experiencing symptoms, right? But in the meantime, if you're not experiencing symptoms, the more that you clear out your energy, the better you will feel, typically. All right? Clear your energy. Monitor how you're feeling. If you feel better, especially significantly better within the next, I would say, sometimes it takes a little while, 12 hours, 24 hours, then make sure you keep it up because you don't need any energy blockages right now, Cancers, okay? Look after your body. Look after your health. It is the most important thing. All right, let's see who's around you in your 7th house of primary relationships before we go to the extended reading. You've got 2 swords here. That's an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. You also have rods or wands, which is fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. No other water signs for you on the board today. That's interesting. If you want to follow me in the extended, the link is below. It's on tier 2, or you can just purchase the video separately if you desire. We're going to be going over your 7th house of primary relationships and business partnerships, your 8th house of intimacy, taxes, contracts, legal matters, the source of your significant other's income. There needs to be some attention there in the 8th house. You need to do something there to make a fix, to fix it. Your 9th house of your career, or excuse me, your 9th house of your travel and your school, your 10th house of career and mother. Again, another fix there. Your 11th house of your child or your best friend, in the 12th house, what's about to happen 3 months from now in the month of April. Many blessings to you, Cancers. Take care.